sending 3 of its astronauts for a 3-month mission on its first space station, which is currently under construction. The Shenzhou 12 capsule carrying the crew will be launched from the Jiuquan base in China's northwest next month. China on Monday announced plans to send 3 male astronauts to its space station next month for a free 3-month stay. A day after the successful docking of a cargo spacecraft with it, hoping to achieve yet another milestone in its ambitious space program. The country launched cargo spacecraft Tianzhou 2 on Saturday, carrying supplies, equipment and propellant which had successfully docked with the space station core module Tianhe, according to the China Manned Space Agency. With the successful launch of the Tianzhou 2 cargo ship, China has completed its first 2 launch missions out of the total 11 of the intensive space station construction phase, scheduled from April 29, 2021 to 2022. Yang said, astronauts coming out of the cabin will become a new routine, and the duration of such activities will be greatly expanded. China's space station has also been equipped with the robotic arms, over which the US has raised concerns for its possible military applications. James Dickinson, commander of the US Space Command, told a congressional hearing last month that the technology could be used in a figure system for grappling other satellites, and was therefore a concern to the US military. To the Hong Kong-based South China Morning Post recording. Planets have been in this earth for almost more than 400 million years, surviving all 5 of the major mass extinctions in Earth's history. But the animals almost disappeared completely 19 million years ago. According to studies published this week in the journal Science, during a span less than 100,000 years, the total number of sharks in the world's oceans decreased by 90%. The number of shark species, meanwhile, dropped by at least 70%. The finding comes from an examination of shark fossils from 2 sites deep in Pacific Ocean. This event for sharks was a much bigger deal than the end Cretaceous event that killed the dinosaurs, said Elizabeth Seibert. Sharks don't come back and magically re-diversify, Seibert said. Had this extinction not occurred, she added, we would see a whole lot more different sharks and relatives of sharks in the open ocean today. Thank God the extinction occurred. Organisms known as bdelloid rotifers were frozen into a layer of Siberian permafrost and went into suspended animation some 24,000 years ago. According to a study published on Monday in Current Biology, the astonishing discovery constitutes the longest reported case of rotifer survival in a frozen state and is of great interest not only for evolutionary biology but also for practical purposes of cryobiology and biotechnology. Rotifers are tiny freshwater organisms that can be found all over the world. The team used radiocarbon dating and the depth of the core layer to estimate that this permafrost froze around 24,000 years ago, during a time when mammoths roamed the Siberian wilderness. According to this study, microbes cannot move vertically through ice or ice-cemented ground, implying that these ancient organisms are as old as the permafrost. The next stage in the research would be to look at the physiology and biochemical mechanisms that allow these creatures to persist under cryptobiosis. a lower dose of the vaccine in an earlier stage of the study, Pfizer announced on Tuesday that it will be beginning testing its COVID-19 vaccine in a bigger sample of children under the age of 12. According to the business, the trial would recruit up to 4,500 youngsters across more than 90 trial sites in the United States, Finland, Poland, and Spain. Pfizer will test a dosage of 10 micrograms in children aged 5 to 11 years old and 3 micrograms in children aged 6 months to 5 years old, based on the safety, tolerability, and immunological response elicited by 144 children in a phase 1 trial of the 2-dose injection. Pfizer anticipates results from 5 to 10 year olds in September, according to a company representative, and will likely seek emergency approval from authorities. Pfizer hopes to obtain results from the 6th month to 2-year-old age group in October or November. Jack Frilingos, 12, gets vaccinated with Pfizer's coronavirus disease vaccine at DeKalb Pediatric Center in Decatur, Georgia, United States on May 11, 2021, after Georgia legalized the vaccination for ages above 12 years. According to the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 7 million young people in the USA have gotten at least one dose of the vaccine. It is deemed crucial for children and young people inoculating to achieve herd immunity and to tame the COVID-19 pandemic. Still, experts in the United States and others are looking at the potential of a relationship between cardiac inflammation and mRNA vaccinations, particularly in young males. Pfizer's and Moderna Incorporation's vaccines are both mRNA injections. The Israel Health Ministry announced last week that the tiny number of myocarditis cases recorded, mostly in young males who received the Pfizer vaccine, were most likely connected to the immunization. The cases were typically moderate and did not linger long. Pfizer has said that it is aware of the myocarditis cases reported in Israel, but that no causal relationship to their vaccine has been found.